In this snippet, we talk about what it's really like taking a child with complex autism on holiday. The planning, the pressure, and the moments that make it all worth it.
So up until this year, holidays were very restricted, and that was because Lois really thrives on her routine. We have quite a very rigid routine each week, because that's what makes Lois feel safe. But we decided that we thought Lois was ready for a bigger holiday, I suppose. This is because, alongside her huge interest of Peppa Pig, she's also a real adrenaline junkie. So she absolutely loves roller coasters. Like,
fantastic.
just, you would not believe, like, she's honestly, it's her.
Do you though?
I've learned
You do
to
now.
Yeah, I have no choice. So we were like, so my husband and I were aware that actually, we are huge lovers of Disney World, of Florida. It's where we went for our honeymoon, and we envisaged that we would take our children every year, but that's impossible because it's too expensive. But anyway,
we went last year, I can confirm that.
We envisaged that this was somewhere we wanted to take our children. When Lois was diagnosed, obviously we thought that is going to be more challenging. So we stuck to kind of Centre Parks holidays, for example, which, are great because lodges look the same, all the site, the swimming pool and the site all looks the same. But we thought, no, we think Lois is ready now. We think we can do this. So the trip to Florida, it was honestly 5 years planning, like genuinely.
It's like a military operation.
Honestly, I'm not joking when I say we had a suitcase full of visuals. So every single ride we were going to go on, in what order, when nappy changes would take place, when we were going to eat, all of that, what would happen in the airports, all of that kind of thing. So we had a suitcase of visuals, we had a suitcase of safe foods. So Lois has a very restricted diet. And honestly, it was the best trip ever. It was just magical to think we finally got here. But it was exhausting. It was exhausting because the heat, she was out of routine. It was a very different holiday to Florida that probably lots of other families would take. Lots of sensory breaks, lots of downtime for regulation. So I think these things are possible.
You just need to plan for 5 years.
Yeah, yes.
And Disney's got quite good accommodations as well. You have to apply before you go, don't you?
Yes.
So did you find that she was sort of well catered for within the park?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. There was a lot of understanding there. And again, as I've said, it's very obvious very, very quickly that Lois behaves differently. She is very vocal about whether, she is going to do something or not. She has real challenges with, queuing and things, which is something we're working on. I'm not saying she can't queue. I'm saying that there are challenges there. But yes, Disney World was very accommodating. Yeah.
And actually, and please don't feel you have to answer this, but I'm thinking about the flight and the fact that you've got a 9-year-old in nappies and those aeroplane toilets.
Yes.
How did you manage that?
Yes. So with great difficulty. So we flew, and the cabin crew were amazing. So Lois had the sunflower lanyard, just pop it on. Just to be sure. Yeah. So she had that. Really accommodating through like security and things. So we went to Manchester Airport, and you have to stand on these shapes, footprints on the floor now and again. Obviously Lois couldn't do that, so they were really accommodating with that. But yeah, on the flight the cabin crew were aware, and actually they directed us to one of the toilets on the flight that they can remove basically the wall into not so she's like not so the whole plane can see you, but just it makes the space more accommodating for changing larger children, and yes, it was it's thinking about those kinds of things, and it's thinking about that when you are going on days out, that yes, there's been progress for changing places, toilets, but they aren't available everywhere. So we managed that on the flight, but that's obviously a challenge in day-to-day life, really.
For the full story, listen to episode 6, Parenting Through Complexity, A Family's Journey with Autism.